Oh my god. Well, no,
Hey, we're live.
We're here.
There's, it took me 5 minutes to get my mouse to go from one side of the screen to the go live button. I couldn't even hit the intro button. It was just not happening. So
You got a spare battery?
well, that's what I did. I swapped the batteries. It must be the mouse in general. It must be it must have taken a beating today or something.
Try a different surface.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I have. I was trying it on the table. I was trying it on my my Vanna White mouse pad that I use. So
Definitely should have made it work.
yeah, but it was fighting me for the last 5 minutes or so. So, but anyway, we're here. Welcome. It's episode 114. And I mean, if it was a smooth show, nobody would watch. It's got to be a mess because people like disasters. Everybody watches the car accidents or the floods or the tsunamis or whatever else. This is making it up as we go. Episode 114. Well, as you can tell, maybe in the background here, I am on location at the moment down in South Kakalaki. I had to run down here today so that I could pick up our golf cart and shut off water and clean up some stuff around in here before heading back tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So I will have been here less than 15 hours by the time it's all said and done. So fun times. Harry says disasters. How about Purdue and Notre Dame? Was that ugly? I didn't get to watch it today because, of course, I was driving. But sounds like it. But crazy. Yeah. Jerry's got a good question. We'll get to that, Jerry. We'll get to that. I would highlight your question, but I don't think the mouse is going to let me. I'm going to start now trying to get to the end broadcast button. Otherwise, it could take a while to end the show tonight. But Jerry, we'll get to that here in a couple minutes. Let's see what Sean's been up to today.
Actually, we've been at a trade show all weekend. Well, all weekend, Friday, today, and tomorrow. The coolest thing is my daughter actually asked if she wanted to go or she could go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I was happy dad. Yeah, we had a good time. Let's see. Oh boy, it's going to be hard for you to find the switch over, isn't it? Let's see if I can show it this way though.
Yeah.
Does it show? There we go. It kind of works. So, oh yeah, we had a good time, and then we had a guest instead of Godzilla. We had the mantis, the mutant mantis.
The 50-foot mantis.
Oh, it'd be a lot bigger than that if it was to scale.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really see them too well there, but you get the gist.
Yeah. We've actually had a bunch of those around recently too. I had two of them in my house yesterday. Well, like we opened up the back door and they like flew into the house. It was crazy. And then I was like, but I only knew about one of them. Mm-hmm. And so I like chased it down. I finally got it out. And then evidently the other one was hiding out and scared the crap out of my wife this morning.
I think they look wicked.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Oh yeah, and he hung out with us for most of the day.
And if you watched Resident Alien, that TV show, there was this season they had a manted alien on that one, and it was pretty funny.
Sweet,
cool.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much this week's been cutting modules and getting ready for the show, and just the basics.
Nice.
The nice thing
So
is I was able to, pardon?
is she going back with you tomorrow?
Yes, yes. She really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked.
I hope you're paying her good.
Yes, I am. Oh, here's the best part. I said, okay, I'm going to give you X amount of money. Do you want the cash now, or do you want me to put it into your account? What do you think a 14-year-old would say?
Well, most 14-year-olds would say, "Give me the cash."
Yeah. No, this girl surprised me.
Yeah.
Put it into my account. It's like,
Wow.
yes. happy dad.
There you go.
So yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a really good week.
Nice. Very good. How about you, Mr. Paul?
Hey, I just been putzing around a little bit. My granddaughter wants me to make a end table for her apartment, and this is a prototype
Ooh. Is that like the
of
infinity cube or something weird?
exactly. That's exactly what it is, and that's what she wanted to begin with. And so I said, "That's okay. I can make that." And but now she wants a one with a twisted, like a flat bottom, flat top, and the column to be twisted. So I think that's what it's going to end up being. I got a
Did,
I got a
did,
picture of it, but I don't know if it can show up on that or not. Let me
did
see.
you tell her that IKEA might have that one? You can do the first one.
We've had that conversation. Here's what she wants now. Let's see if I can get
Oh,
it
wow.
with there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Can't be done on the CNC, can't be done on the laser, can't be done on the 3D printer. What fun's it going to be?
Right. It sounds
But
like
anyway,
it seems like
what
if you were to get some laminated, like laminate them into a curve or whatever, I think that's probably is that how you're thinking?
no, it's even easier than that. You cut a board on an angle and cut a 45 on each side and do you have two of those opposing each other and it makes it look like it's
So it gives the illusion.
the illusion. And illusion is easier than reality, I think. But either way, it's going to be easier than this.
Oh,
That's
there you go.
cool.
Cool.
So that's
Nice.
what I've been up to.
Very cool. Well, yeah, like I mentioned, I'm down here today, and Jerry was asking about the Ranger CNC. Well, there, if you haven't noticed, it's been kind of quiet about Ranger CNC here in the last couple months. I had gotten it all together and started testing it, and I just wasn't happy with some of the performance of it. And but then it was summertime, and we were doing some traveling and stuff like that, so I just wasn't able to dedicate time to it. So, but that has been changing, and I ordered some new parts and all that, and they came in yesterday, and so I'm back to work on working on it to get it functioning better. Main thing is that I'm getting rid of the belts, which is it's kind of a sad day because I really believed in the belts and all that, but um, I wasn't happy with the performance of it. I think with the size of the machine, it just wasn't the right move. If I went to like a Bell Everman drive, like what Bob CNC did with the KL series of machines, it would have been fine. But every other machine these days, they're all doing ball screws. So that's what I've decided to move to was to do the ball screws. So which unfortunately means that my whole gantry's trash. I gotta trash the whole gantry that I've already created, and put a new one on there with the new housings and stuff like that. The X ball screws, not too hateful. It's kind of interesting how those things are made with their blocks and all that stuff. But trying to sneak it into its spot where it needs to lie between the gantry itself and the what is it, the X-axis plate or Z plate, whatever it is. Is a little bit tricky, but I've got it figured out. I just have to be able to spend some time here and get it done. If I wasn't down here right now, I'd be working on that. I would have been working on that all day today. But had to come down here because this is like the last opportunity I have before Christmas light season starts to be able to get down here and get our golf cart and get this place closed down for the winter. So had to take the opportunity while I could. But yeah, so that's the main thing, is that the Ranger's getting ball screws.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's I think it's going to function better. It'll.
I think it's.
Yeah, I think so too. In the end, I think it's the better move. But it'll just work, and it'll be fine. So, let's see, Paul. Oh, I missed something there. But yeah, so we're at it and trying to get this thing figured out. So it's good times. Good times. So, but besides that, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, it'll be prime time. So, good times. Let's see here. Besides that, though, not. Did I tell everybody about? Had I told everybody about the MRE situation? Did I talk about that like the other week? I can't remember if I did or not.
A little bit, yeah. You touched bases on it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, that was the other thing. It was this weekend was up by my house. There's an antique tractor show and like one of the fall festivals. The fall festivals around us are huge things for everybody. But I was going to go to this one fall festival and get a spot just to try to unload some of these MREs. But I knock on wood and all that. There's a guy that's supposed to be coming tomorrow evening to pick up the majority of what I had. So, and then there's a couple other people that would be picking up the rest. So that'd be kind of nice. Yeah, it'd be really nice if I could get out of those. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I left this morning at 5:00 to come down here. And then so tomorrow morning, I need to leave around 5 to 6 o'clock to get back home in time for these people to show up to pick up these MREs and stuff like that. So
I still think you should keep a case, man. These are awesome.
Oh yeah. I really don't want to eat them ever again. So, but yeah. So anyway.
On another note, how many miles you got on your new truck now?
I'm by the time I get home, it'll be over 16,000. So not too bad. But 10 of that 1,000 was put on in about 2 months or last Christmas season. So I've been trying to keep it, and it's made a few trips down here and back, which are 1,000 miles total each one. Well, for one trip. So it really, I've been keeping the miles down on it when it's not needed to be. But fun times. All right. Well, let's see here. I've been able to get the mouse over here to. Oh no! You know what? I had it on the wrong. Oh, it's moving! Oh, it's moving! All right, we're gonna hit this button here, and we'll start talking about this week. Look at this! Oh, we got the star! Bang! All right. So Of course, every week, all the videos that we talk about, all the links for them are down in the description, so you don't have to go hunt them down or anything like that. And so you can go watch them. If you do go watch them, leave them a comment and like and all that stuff to them, and let them know that we told you to come watch their video. So this is Gergo Prince. I found out about him when I ordered my Soval SV08 Max. So he got one of the pre-production units
Mm-hmm.
and put it together, did some testing on it and stuff like that. And I think it's him and his nephew. That's his nephew there, and they do 3D printing projects.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they have a Max. And the one thing about the Max is that when you put the enclosure on it, you lose about 150 millimeters of height, of printable height. So instead of a 500, 500, 500, it ends up becoming a 500, 500, 350. And it's because of, the Bowden tubes and all that going up. So he designed a upper enclosure area, which is kind of cool.
Looks nice.
Yeah. He's like 90% of other people that get sponsorship stuff there. PCB Way cut them out some pieces of acrylic and stuff like that, and but they use the same style factory screws that the rest of the machine uses and all that good stuff, and all that, and did a couple different upgrades to it. They added lighting to it, different lighting, which really, I think the lighting in it was pretty good. Like overall for a stock thing, I think it lights it up pretty well. So, but they added some more that goes all the way around the interior and all that, and then here in this little spot there, he's doing the one thing that everybody complains about this machine, which is the fan noise.
Mm.
But personally, I don't want to cut up a brand new machine that I got. So, like he replaces the fan on the bottom. You can see it there. He's cut a whole big hole in there to help with the fan and all that, or with the airflow. And that I don't want to do that to a machine that just paid $1,200, $1,300 for. So I don't know what my solution there will be, but it definitely needs a quieter fan. I've got some ideas myself to quiet it down a little bit, besides cutting a hole in there for a different fan. But we'll
I apologize on this. I didn't catch this video. I haven't watched it, so I'm kind of curious myself. Is the only thing he did is just cut the opening, or did he replace the fan too?
Yeah, he replaced the fan with an AliExpress fan.
Okay.
I guess a one that's supposed to be whatever reason, the fans that they used in that thing are just ungodly loud. But I think some of the noise too is because of how close it sits to the tabletop. Because that's like where the fan is, that's the front of the machine over there. And I know I've reached my fingers underneath of there, and you can definitely feel it's warm under there. So between the bed, that giant bed causing heat and all that stuff, and I think the air is kind of restricted.
Not enough room to breathe.
Yeah, that's kind of something I'm wondering if that is helping cause like heat issues or just the noise in general. We'll have to. I'm going to have to mess around with it. But one thing I want to do is I want to get mine up off of the ground a little bit more, like some taller feet or something, to see if that helps. We'll see.
Or maybe make a little vent so it goes out the back.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something where it can get some additional air from somewhere. Maybe it could even be relocating all that stuff to the back or something. But some people are messing with the code and stuff like that to get it to do it on a temperature thing, or whatever. But I can tell, like, even when I'm running it, if I put my fingers underneath that front lip there, you can tell it's definitely warm under that in that area. So I don't know if that, turning the fan on or off is a good thing or not, but I guess we'll find out if people's stuff starts failing, if that have done that type of mod. But yeah, I like the idea of changing the fan to a quieter one, and I'm going to try raising mine up off of the ground a little bit more. Maybe make some taller feet forward or something like that to space it up like 2 inches, just to give it some room to breathe and get that air up into that thing. We'll see. I don't know.
You do have a 3D printer. You can always 3D print some extra feet.
I do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could 3D print a whole new bottom piece for that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Go figure. You could do that instead of cutting up all the metal. Or you could do it with a piece of Lexan or something like that, which would work too. So
if you only had a laser.
If only I had a laser. Yeah. Yep. I might have to get some stuff off of the laser.
Oh, flat surface gotcha, huh?
Well, Grogu's sitting on top of the laser at the moment. So yeah, nothing too bad.
He's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm the type of person where I'm past the Ender 3 stage where you got to tinker with it and screw around with it. If I'm gonna mess around with it, I just want it to be plug and play. Like I don't want to cause destruction to something I just spent $1,200 on. So we'll see. I don't mind doing some stuff to it, but I don't want to hurt do it. If I was him, I wouldn't care because he got sent his, so it's not like he has a financial stake in it. But anybody that has like a financial stake in it, I personally I don't want to cut holes in it.
No, and you look at the printers today; they've come so far to where you really don't have to do too much.
Yeah, and you shouldn't really at this point. They've got it figured out, so you shouldn't have to screw around with it very much.
No, I haven't, like these guys back here. I haven't had to do anything special to them. Not like it used to be.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to do something like add more lights or whatever, like he does here, you can do that. That's fine. It's no big deal. That's your decision, but you shouldn't have to change stuff around to make it work. So
let's modify the hot end or something. Yeah. Which you don't have to. Now.
The one thing he does on this in his that I don't really agree with is that and we were showing the clip of it, is that he was adding gasket material around the edges to seal it, to keep the heat in more. And I don't know. I guess I don't see the need for that, especially since you got a big gap there where the doors go together. So it's, I mean, the sides fit tight enough that I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference there, but whatever. But we'll see. But yeah, if anybody out there has a SVO Max 8 Max and you want to do this, then his print files, I think they're like $4 or $5 or something like that. If you want to buy the files to print it all out, but really also, nice. Yeah, they are all open source. That's one really good thing that Soval has done is they before it even came out, they had released all the models on their GitHub. So if you want to tackle it yourself, you can too. So it may be something that I try. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a good machine so far. I've been enjoying it. Yeah, whatever. Good times. All right. Well, we'll move on to our next one, which is Mr. John Heinz. He's been around forever and a day, and doing mostly the regular traditional woodworking. And but in the last couple of years, he's gotten more into CNC and lasers or not. I think he. I don't know if he has a laser or not. I think he has at some point, but
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think.
I thought he did at one point.
Yeah, I don't think he uses it. Not like he does the other items. But he's really taken to 3D printing for the wood shop, and he took a one of his CNC that he had and made two of them out of it. One of them is he uses it to just cut metal, and so he's been cutting in this. He was making these really cool clamps. He made the first model of it out of 3D printed, and then he was like, "I want to make it out of metal." So he did a combination of aluminum and steel, making these. They're like lobster claw clamps. They're pretty cool when they're all done. I mean, they're beautiful when they're all done. He uses a spalted maple for the whatchamacallits, for the handles. Look at that thing. I mean, they turned out excellent. So
That is sweet.
yeah, and then he 3D printed the jaws, so which works out pretty good because it's kind of soft and won't mark up whatever he's putting them on. So yeah, they turned out really. That's like heirloom quality tools.
It's an art piece almost.
Yeah.
A tool that you can leave it out and yeah, definitely hang that one on the wall.
Yeah. So he made 6 of them. So it pretty cool. Pretty cool little tools. So, but it sounds like on his scrap bin channel, he was talking when he puts out a video, which isn't all the time anymore. He'll also put out a video on his scrap bin channel where he kind of talks about a little bit of background stuff or whatever's going on. And it sounds like he's had some health issues in the past year, which has slowed him down and stuff like that. But he didn't go into detail, but it sounds like that's what it sounded like. But he's not chasing the algorithm anymore. He's just making whatever he wants to make. So, and I tell you what, those clamps are pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, he should be really proud of those because they turned out great. Really great. So
I wouldn't say no to a set.
yeah, right. I mean, can you imagine how much he would have to charge somebody to sell those? It would be crazy.
I bet you 10 to 1 he'd sell them though.
Oh yeah, I guarantee he would.
Yeah.
Man, they're pretty sweet though. He did a hell of a job on them.
Yep. I concur.
All right, well, let's move on then. We got Studio Z. We talked about him, I think, before. I think it was on a video where he did, was it like a big bowl or something that he was hogging out like gallons and gallons of chips. It was like maple and it was walnut and cherry. I think he all layered up and stuff like that. But in this one, he's trying to make this wavy flag, and man, everything is going great. As you can see here, he did the roughing pass went fine, and then he's what's that 2/3 of the way done with the
easy
finishing pass there. Yeah, that's about where it ends. He comes back to it here in a second, and it just gouged the bejesus out of it. It was so sad because it was looking so good. Because that's all. Look at that! It like went backwards and just said,
"Oh, holy!"
I forget how much money and wood he had in that, but it was like $100, $150.
Yeah, I think it was about $150 worth of wood on that. Because he tried to save it, like he skimmed it down a little bit to go like another 1/4 inch down, but it wasn't. It didn't work out. But yeah, but Paul, did you notice his clamping method on the sides of that thing?
That was really slick.
I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it there in that picture, but there's some other shots of it too, where he has a groove cut into the side of it, and then he clamps through that groove, and then that way he doesn't have to worry about cutting into clamps and everything else, and he can use this full piece. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did it with the dado blade or what, but he doesn't talk about that at all in the whole thing. But it was something that I noticed.
Do it on a table saw easily enough.
Yeah, yeah. There, he, yeah. I guess it was losing steps or something. And at first, I thought it was maybe his bit just came loose or something, but it sounds like it was wiring came loose or something like that. So it it was too bad. Yeah, it was like over $100 worth of maple that got thrown in the trash bin.
No, what machine is that?
Shea Poco, I believe. I think so. I think it's a Shea Poco. I can't remember. But yeah, too bad. So lessons learned on that one.
Trying to figure out what machine to avoid. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to say it's a Shea Poco, but I could be wrong on that.
No, I shouldn't say anything about the machine. It could be as simple.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just lost its step somewhere. He tried to like home it, and it showed back. It went home like an inch and a half off of where it was supposed to be. So something got loose. So, but good times.
Well, it has nice clear maple and
yeah, it was a beautiful wood. Absolutely beautiful wood.
Oh, it looks like it's just going so nice too.
Yeah, yeah, and I think he said it was. I think he was like 5 or 7 hours into that finishing pass when it decided to go sideways on him. So it's like, oof, man.
You me, that's when I just turn the machine off, throw my hands up, and walk out.
Yeah. I would do the same thing, but I'd set fire to everything first.
Yeah, I'm not that bad. I tried to figure out what happened, but still, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
I think I up on the CNC.
Yeah. Yep. So, but he'll figure that one out, I'm sure. And when he remakes it, it'll be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Because it was looking really nice. So, all right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got Mr. Jackman Works. We talked about one of the other guys like a week or two ago that made the boot go kart, and so this is Jackman was one of the other participants in the boot go kart thing, and so he made it out of ply or whatchamacallit, pallets. Like he usually does, usually uses pallet wood and stuff like that. So turned out pretty cool. He carves it out and all that good stuff, and very talented dude.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just thought it was kind of funny. There are all these people riding around, riding their boots. Look at the rope for the laces. At least he could see though. Like he was up high enough that he could see when he was driving his without having cameras and stuff in it. So, but pretty
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was up at Jimmy DeResta's place. I guess Jimmy owns a go-kart track that he opens up to the public once a year or something. And this year's theme was boots.
Oh, how fun is that?
Yeah. Pretty wild. So good times. Well, all right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got Mr. Dave Clackley. Uh, he's got the Masuder 3 here that he was testing out, and they sent him a 1.5 kilowatt spindle for it. So
Sweet.
nice, yeah, nice small machine. And then and it looks nice and sturdy too. But the Fox Alien sent him out the spindle kit for it, and man, I like that spindle kit. That's a nice setup for it.
Air cooled? It is air cooled, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an air cooled one. The VFD is really nice looking. It doesn't look all cheap like the other Chinese ones do. It's a nice case for it and box.
And it sounded like setting it up was pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty much plug and play from what it sounded like. So it pretty neat machine. That machine has closed loop steppers on it too, and all that stuff. So it really cool, nice machine. So pretty awesome.
Can't wait to see what he comes up with this.
Yeah. He did a couple things. There's the VFD right there. That gray box. And it's a real nice box and everything. And it looks like it would go on to some of the other Chinese machines too, like the ones that have the laser port for the on the box there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it would just plug right in, and then you just tell it that it's a laser instead of a CNC, and you can control the speeds and all that stuff with it. So pretty sweet. Yeah, in Jerry, yes, the Clack Shack stickers do make it run faster. It gives an estimated. It takes that 1.5 kW router and makes it a 7 kW router
with little backup help from
Jenny Bits.
Yep.
Same place I put mine.
Yep. Heck yeah. So that Masuder 3, that's a nice little machine. I think he said without the spindle, it's like $1,000. So and they sell a kit to make it wider and stuff like that. So pretty decent value for the cost or entry point. So looks like it hums along pretty good. Cut out the alligator just fine. So, all right. Well, keep at it, Mr. Clackley. He's getting awfully close to retirement from or his new foray into full time, content creation.
Isn't he into the single digits now?
Boy, he's close. He's awful close.
Yeah, it's within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So he's getting real close on there. So
yeah.
I just watch out when he does become a full-time content creator, because he puts out so much content now. It's gonna be crazy stuff. He's gonna get bored. He's gonna be putting 300 videos out of a year. Take a day off.
I still love that little cube, the little crystal cubes that he was doing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Cool.
That with the Omni X back there in the background. And in that scene right there, though, you know what I don't see? I don't see a Steve.
Oh yeah,
Steve is not in the background of that shot.
Hold on, let's see if we can find him. Not where's Waldo, it's where's Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. I think Steve's hiding out in a different part of the shop right now. There he is.
There he is.
Yep. There he is. We found him. Yep. No. Good times. Oh, as Jerry says, it looks like a Jinmitsu pretty much. Yeah, I think they all come out of the same place. They all come out of the Nemo Labs.
just a different color.
Factory. Yeah.
Steve says when Clack retires, he's just going to give up.
Yeah. Well, you could probably just do some AI stuff and just put your face on his,
Yeah.
and it'll work out.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't talked about that. That's something I've really noticed over the past week or two is the amount of people using AI for like their thumbnails and stuff like that. It's getting wild. Like how fast. If you're not doing AI thumbnails, you're falling behind. Like it's pretty wild. Like I notice it a lot with the car channels that I watch and stuff like that. Uh, they're everybody's using AI for the thumbnails now.
I'm gonna have to try it out. I haven't,
Yeah,
but I don't do videos though.
well, you got to put out a video for that. I used AI on my video that I put out this week for the thumbnail.
Oh,
I
really?
noticed that. Yeah, a lot of fake birds on that.
Yeah, the big giant bird was pretty awesome too. I liked him. I got that bird because I was like, I'm going to try Gemini, and so I plugged it in and I put a picture of me with a big shit eating grin on my face, and I said, take this person and make him into a bird, and so it just gave me that bird instead. I was like, all right, well, I kind of like that. I'll just use that anyway. So,
One thing I noticed is like Jimmy with DIY. This is a train guy. He did some cars. So he took a photo of a car and he put it into AI. Said, "I want an STL," and it literally gave him an STL of that vehicle.
oh wow, that's pretty cool.
And they're looking really good, which just blows me out of the water. It's like Fusion's going to be, set to the side compared to AI.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed too that like if somebody should be upset about AI, it should be actors. Actors should be really pissed off about AI.
Oh, and the
Like
musicians.
all the ads that I'm seeing on YouTube, and all that stuff, they're all AI people talking. Like they're completely not real people. So it's pretty funny. And we'll touch on that again, that subject here in a little bit, but it's which is pretty funny. But yeah, so Mr. Clackley, keep at it, sir. Keep at it.
Yep.
But all right, well, let's move on there. We got Mr. Gatton. We got 2 entries here from Mr. Gatton from this week because he's had a big week. This first one is Dave won the Masso 3 touch from Masso, which is pretty awesome, well deserved. So he's been running this Masso 2 here for a little while and has really enjoyed it. And but now he was able to take the new Masso 3 and transfer everything over to his whatever he calls the corner killer 5000 CNC.
Corner killer.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm really glad that he was the winner for the Masso because he deserves it.
Yes,
that looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good. But the interesting thing was that he was having some problems with getting it to power up, and on Wednesday we were talking after his show was over, and the power supply that he was using on it, it was the Masso wants to see 23.5 to 24.5 volts, and the other, I guess the older Masso had a wider range. But when he was putting the meter onto his the power supply, it would stay within that range. It was fluctuating, but it was staying within that range. But when he would try to power on the Masso, it wouldn't power on. The light was just flickering, and what I'm guessing that the end all issue with the power supply is that I think that his meter wouldn't read fast enough. Like, you see the fluctuations of power in that 1 volt range, but that's not necessarily how far the voltage was traveling. It's just how fast the meter was reading it, and it just always happened to be in that range. So I'm thinking that the power supply was actually dipping below and above, which was triggering the Massode not to be happy. And that's why the light was flashing, because it kept on going in and out of that range, but fast enough where it didn't look like it was out of that range.
So it wasn't clean power at all.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess whatever the power supplies, they're a little dirty. And the Massa just does not like that. But he ended up using a power supply, like a brick power supply from like an old computer thing, and it was nice and steady and powered right up. So it's pretty awesome. So I can't wait to see him do some projects with it. And
you got to admit that looks professional.
It does. It looks great. Yeah, I need them to send me one out for a Ranger CNC, because I think some people are going to use them on Rangers too. But we'll see. I need to put an entry in, but I got to get the Ranger running right again here before I do that. But I could definitely see people wanting to use that all over the place. So
yeah,
pretty cool. The other video he put out was doing a pine cutting board. You see all the hardwood cutting boards people are doing, but can you make a cheap one? And so Dave bought some 2x4s or 2x8 or some 2x material for like $5, and did a cutting board out of it. And of course he did chit. Yeah. I think it was a perfect application for it.
Oh, by the way, thank you. I'm getting flooded with chit.
Are you? Chit's awesome.
Every time I fire Puget, there's chit.
Yep.
So yeah, getting all kinds of chit.
Success. There was another video I saw this week that had chit in it too. Like he did the success little meme part popped up. I was like, oh, it's chit. So it was kind of funny in the last 2 episodes of the season, I guess, for chit. They had Bob Odenkirk and who's the other guy? Oh man, I'm forgetting the name. But like another famous actor were both in it, and it was like, oh, that's awesome, And yeah, do it, lady. There's chit success. It's so awesome. It turned out so cool. If it would have been like a walnut, I think it would have stood out more. Mm-hmm. But I think with the cherries, it still looks awesome no matter what.
That is fun. That is fun.
But shoot, man, I tell you what, if I would love to try doing some cutting boards and all that, because they look like they'd be fun to do. But man, I don't want to spend $100-something on something that I'm gonna probably screw up. But but I wouldn't mind. I'll spend $5 to make a pine cutting board.
Right, and I noticed he also put it on the back this time too.
What was that?
He put it on the back. He chits on the back.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's a separate cutting board actually.
Oh, it's separate. Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be part of the video or not, but that's actually a second cutting board. No.
You sure?
Yeah. At least that way you can practice without, if you're out $5, you're out $5. But,
yeah, right. Yeah, you practice on it and figure it out and get a good idea of, you're only using a decent wood for the inlay part. You're not, crushing it with another one. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. It does make me want to try. tried to make a cutting board. So with pine, I will give it a whirl at some point here.
Yeah, I think that southern yellow pine, I think, is what he said it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Tight grain.
Yeah, you got to just find some without the knots in it and all that stuff, and as tight a grain as you can find. So pretty awesome. Yeah, try one using pallet wood. Be pretty.
Usually that's all hardwood too.
Some of them are, yeah. So, but great job, Mr. Gatton. Do it, lady. Definitely do it, lady. On your birthday. Yep. Shit happens. Yep. So, all right. Well, keep on moving on then. We got Functional Print Friday. We haven't talked about him in a little while. He had a good video that I listened to on my travels. Interesting use of existing infrastructure is one thing that I wanted to bring out about this video. There's the Chitty box. That's another part of the video he talks about. He does like a mini review on a couple of things that he has around the shop. He's got his H2D, and then there to the right is an H2S, and he says that they're working really good machines. The Sheedy Tech or whatever, Chitty Tech, whatever it is. They've been sending out some units to people here recently, along with their multi-material thing. And evidently everybody's having problems with the multi-material part of it. Like just doing the printer itself, it's been working really good. But the multi-material thing is a piece of garbage from what everybody's saying. At least that's the impression I'm getting. So hopefully they can figure that stuff out. But a lot of people like Macy's like, nope, I'm not even going to play with this thing anymore. We're going to set it aside until somebody can figure it out. And it sounds like, the guy from Functional Print Friday is having the same type of experience with it. So, but anyway, so the main thing about this video, it was a bit of a longer one, was he was wanted to do more exhaust extraction in his house for the lasers and for those bamboo machines and stuff. And so he tapped into his radon pipes, the radon exhaust pipes, which I thought was an interesting way to do it. So I guess a couple months ago, he replaced his radon fan because it was noisy, and he put a variable one in there. And then he did some testing to see if he could actually turn it down the speed of it and still get the same results, stuff like that. And so in this one, he uses that as a baseline, and then adds these 3D printed blast gates to a few different spots and stuff like that, and is testing, seeing how much it affects everything. And nice thing one cool thing that he does, he puts all of the files that he designs up on his website for free. So if you want that blast gate, you can go get it and go print it out, which would be a nice blast gate to have. It's a good design, and all that stuff. So if you need some tight, nice blast gates, that's a good one to get right there. But it seems to work pretty good. I mean, he was able to exhaust all the fumes and stuff like that, and not need to turn the fan all the way up. Like he's only got it running normally at about 50%. And some of the things he was using the blast gates for, you didn't even need it to be all the way up to do their job properly. So, and when they're closed, it acts like normal. So, I thought it was an interesting use of available resources. Instead of running another hose out the house, you just use that. So, interesting. There he's showing like he's got relay set up on a Raspberry Pi so he can activate the full power and not full power. So
that is a nice setup.
yeah. Yeah. No. Pretty sweet.
By the way, I've been talking in the background, realizing my mic was just shut off again.
You shut it down.
Oops.
Oh yeah, Steve saying got to look at it H2D at Micro Center. Looks cool, but sticking with his P1S until he needs the extra size. Yeah, yeah. I think I was thinking about it the other day about the H2D and the H2S, right? Like which one is a better value? You know, if you got an H2D without an AMS, or if you got the H2S with an S with the AMS. And yeah, that's a tough one to do because the H2S with an AMS is still several $100s cheaper than the H2D. But one thing that Functional Print Friday does, and which I think is a huge benefit to the H2D, is being able to print with the two materials at the same time without having to like purge the nozzles and stuff like that. So like he in this thing he was doing those blast gates with he was doing them out of PETG but had an interface layer of PLA, and if you don't know, those two materials don't play together. So using it as a support material is nice because it won't stick. It'll just act as a support. So it's really nice use of what it would be used for. But I think you need to be able to have that use case a lot.
Right. Well, yeah, for your sports though, it makes it nice.
If you yeah. No. Pretty cool machine though. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Good times. The website is it's either functionalprintfriday.com or FPS. Or I'm sorry, not FPF.
FPF Designs.
FPFdesigns.com. Okay.
And the link is down in the description of.
Yeah, to get to the video. And then you can click on his link there in his video. So the links in the description, by the way, people, don't do anything for me. It's just to help get people to the right videos. Like there's no benefit of me putting those links in there. to me, there's not a benefit there. It's only to help everybody that's watching to be able to go find these videos and stuff like that. So
makes it easier for you, and also a nice thank you to these guys.
Yep. So good times. So anyway, all right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got Garage Avenger. We talked about him a couple months ago, maybe, where he did the first video on this. So he's been making a go-kart body of a car with 3D printing. And so it's a Toyota Yaris rally car. And so he started out with a go-kart that he started modifying to be able to be longer and stuff like that, and to be able to fit into it. And then he had a buddy that is good at 3D design stuff and made the 3D printed the body pieces out for him. And now he's gotten it all together. And it's painted and stuff like that. It's not 100% done yet, but it's getting close. But man,
it looks so cool.
Yeah, it is.
And I tell you what, his wife is what a wonderful lady. She walks out there and she's really supportive about the projects and stuff like that. And like she's like, oh, the body's dirty, and she's like out there wiping the body down with her dress. Like it's like, man, yeah, that's you're going to get your dress dirty, you don't. But she's really supportive of him, so it's pretty awesome. He's a lucky dude. So, but he's had a lot of setbacks with this project. And I guess Toyota has gotten a hold of him and said, "Hey, we want you to bring this thing to the rally stage in Monaco."
No way.
Which the rally stage in Monaco is, I think it's most of it, or maybe all of it, is on asphalt. So he's got to be able to drive this thing on the road. Well, it's a go kart.
Yeah.
And he's set it up as a rally car go kart. So he's intending to drive it off road. He wasn't intending to drive it on the road. So he takes it to a go kart track and is trying to test it out. And he's getting in the turns. I want to see if anybody else picks up on what I'm thinking. He's going around the corners.
Oh, yeah.
It's hopping really bad, and he gets really down on himself about it because he doesn't know what to do. Anybody out in the chat know what's going on? Because I put a comment on his video because I'm pretty sure I knew exactly what was happening. But we'll give it a minute here and see if anybody else puts it out there.
He's got a solid axle and no differential.
Sure does. That's right, Paul. That's exactly what I was saying to him.
We'll put some slicks on it.
Yeah, there he goes. He's getting around the corners, but because it's a solid axle, both wheels are trying to turn the same different arcs going the same speed, and it's causing the car to hop. And so he was getting really not happy about it. He was like, I don't know what to do.
All he'd have to do is freewheel one wheel.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was saying to him. I was like, look, here's what was happening, and here's what you need to do to fix it. And he could always keep that axle for when he's running around off road, but just drive one wheel while he's there doing the road stuff, and he'd be all right.
Either else, put a clutch in the axle so that one wheel can
one can freewheel or something.
Yeah.
So I guess the whole thing in Monaco is not until January, so he's got some time still to get it figured out. But that's exactly, Paul, what I was telling him. I was like, it's because you got a live axle there.
Yep.
You got to get it figured out. So, but
otherwise,
it looks like a blast to drive.
Oh.
Look, he's doing like 50, 60 kilometers. I think that's kilometers per hour, but still, that's fast when you're 2 inches off the ground. So, yeah, there you go. He's almost doing 60 miles an hour there in a go kart. So that's pretty awesome.
Would be fun.
Yeah. It's so cool though. That's it's all 3D printed and glassed together and all that good stuff. So
I'm surprised you can turn it without it wanting to go straight.
Yeah. I guess the chassis flexing in some to get it to go. Yeah. But when he put the cage in it, it probably stiffened it up so much that it's not flexing nearly as much as it was. And he's on asphalt, so he's getting way too much traction.
Yeah, that's really wild.
Yeah. So, but it's I guess it's gonna Toyota's gonna be doing the stickering for him with the 2026 color setup or whatever and all that good stuff. I mean, fun car, fun toy for sure.
Oh, definitely. That's another one I wouldn't say no to.
Yeah, right. I'd be all about it. All about it.
It's like, hey, are the plans available?
Yeah, right. I want to know how he does the roof. Like, I guess they have to put the roof on it after he's in it. Or do you think that he would hinge it or something like that to be able to not have to have other people there to help him get in and out of the car? I don't know. I don't know what you could do to do that. I mean, obviously other people are putting it on for him. Maybe he latches it or something like that from inside. So, it's pretty sweet though.
That is good looking.
Yeah.
I could see a hinge on it, a front hinge where it sits back.
Yeah. Or even I think I would do it so it would open up to the side, because then you can climb in from the other side and you're not having to like swoop down into it or something. I don't know. No. Yeah. Yeah. Steve says if it's January, drive it up here. The roads will be slick with ice. Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. Shoot, that's like March and April there where Steve lives. So good times.
Yep, nice.
Hey, Clack, how many more days?
Yeah, we were already talking about you. You're too late. We're not talking about you again. We're going to talk about Steve. Yeah, so Steve out there, Ventari's workshop, did a fun little project for Halloween, a round as they're known, a little Halloween inspired one. Walks you through how to do everything on it with light burn and all that good stuff. Steve, I like the. I think when you ran across that the font for the boo, that was the right one to do.
Yep.
That was a good one. No.
Clack's got 2 days to work, 11 on the calendar. Good deal.
Nice. Very cool.
Welcome to the world of retirement.
Yeah. Now, between Steve and Dave, have you guys been exploring the laser stuff on Maker World yet? If you haven't, you should check it out. They've got a whole section over there dedicated to laser files. I would assume that it allows you to download the STLs or whatever, but they now have a whole section over there, and if you haven't checked them out, you should. So, but yeah, there's the old X tool running wild. Yeah, doing a good job and making a fun project there. He does. Steve does do a really cool thing with the letters for the boo. He keeps the outline there to help do alignment. I thought that's a good trick.
Kind of using it as a jig.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job, sir. Good job. All right. Speaking of laser stuff, we've also got faux hammer. So we Ross out there in the UK. Hi, Ross. He does mostly stuff for resin printers and stuff like that. But when he got his H2D, they sent him the one with the laser in it, and that sparked his interest in lasers to learn more about them and all that. So he's been getting a few other lasers in the process, and he's been trying to learn and understand ways to make sure that he's protecting himself and his eyesight. And so that's what this video is all about. It's about helping identify ways to protect yourself and look stylish while doing so. The glasses that most of these companies are sending out are not fantastic, but they do look stylish. Look at him. Look, he's this very stylish man. But he's ordered a bunch of different glasses and he's been trying them out and figuring out what works. So he's using this video as more of a, hey, this is what you really need to protect yourself when using lasers and all that. And I think a lot of people, including myself, do take the laser stuff for granted, and the damage that it can do.
Oh, it can do some serious damage.
Oh yeah. I think he said that it's like 1 milliamp or something like that, or something like a ridiculous 1 or 10 milliamp or something like that is enough to mess up your vision He's like, and the cheapest or the lowest powered laser he's had is 10 watts. So I mean, it's a
Yeah.
pretty, you can really jack yourself up if you're not careful with the with protecting your eyesight. So he was looking at this brand on whatchamacallit, Amazon, and they had some pretty decent looking but more so performing glasses and goggles and all that. Was it the Free Mascot brand?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the goggle ones the best,
Or
like
the
the ones
first
that
one.
he shows in here. Yeah, because they protect all the way around your eye. They're not just glasses where you could get something errant going in the side or something like that. But that's one of the pairs of goggles there. But needing to have the goggles or glasses at least for the different kinds of lasers that you use. So, a CO2 laser has a different wavelength than the IR ones, and which has a different one than diode lasers and all that stuff. So, got to make
Versus
sure.
UV. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve's been using them for a few years. So there's a they seem like they're pretty good. So Clack has them too. So they look like they're a pretty decent brand to use then.
And
And
they're stylish.
yeah, so you get yourself something and make sure that you're using them when you're using your lasers and protect your eyeballs, because unlike the guy from the 300 who lost an eye and he said that it was okay because God had given him a second one, and you only got two, so
Yeah.
don't screw them up too bad.
Well, what is that saying? Two is one and one is none?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they look pretty comfortable. I mean, they're like ski goggles, but especially if you wear glasses, the goggly types are
I kind of like those.
probably the way to go.
I think Dave has a pair like those, if I'm correct.
Yeah. I know I need to go. I haven't I haven't been to an eye doctor since 1999. The last time that I went to an eye doctor was the year that I got out of the military, and my dad was very happy for me for making it through my enlistment and all that. And I ended up he helped me get the LASIK, which at the time, I don't know if you're allowed to or not now, but at the time you were not allowed to get LASIK when you were enlisted. Because if they screwed it up, which there was definitely a chance to screw it up, then you're damaging government property,
Oh,
and you can get
you
into
know, I
more.
never
Yeah,
thought of it that way.
yeah. So we were everybody in my unit and all that was like, you're not getting, don't think about getting this while you're here. So, and that was why. So I don't know, maybe they were just trying to scare us or something, but yeah. So anyway, so the summer of '99, I got my LASIK done, and so I haven't been to an eye doctor since. But I can tell, I'm 50 now. My eyes are starting to get a little bit fuzzy here and there, so I do need to go and get my eyes checked. But hence the goggles are probably the way to go. Yeah. Good times, but yep, keep your peepers. You need to keep them. So, all right, well, we'll move on then. We got George Kenner. We've never had George on the show, but honestly, I'd never seen any of his videos up until this one. George does stuff with lasers, different lasers, and this one he's I guess he's now given up his relationship with Eon or Aeon or whatever that laser is, the big one there, the Mira, whatever. And he says it's not because they've done anything wrong or whatever, but it's that I guess he's trying to become more. He doesn't want to feel like he has to shill for a company. I guess is what I was getting out of it.
That's true.
Yeah, so it Cody. Cody, I think you look fine, buddy. You look fine.
Wait. If the way I'm reading it, it might be the wife might need to go get glasses.
Yeah, that's man. Did you tell her that you have a nice new robot? You don't need a wife anymore.
Ooh, don't do that. Don't even
do
joke around, Cody.
Don't do that. Keep her around. She's a saint.
Yep.
So she puts up with you and your lack of door trim. No, but anyway, yeah. So George here was talking about some of these other companies. I guess he kept on bringing up Xtool quite a bit about how they just seem to be, paying people or whatever for quote unquote reviews when it's really they're being paid for the thing. And he brings up the One Laser guy a couple times too, and that one kind of annoyed me because if anybody knows anything about One Laser, the One Laser machine, all it is, it's a repackaged Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Is my understanding of what that first machine is. It's a repackaged Thunderbolt, and so he's in the video. He's talking about people like innovating and blah 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 blah, and he keeps talking about the One Laser guys, and I'm like, hold on a second. Those guys used to work for OhmTech, and they're selling a repackaged Thunderbolt. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When your laser comes with the SD or the thumb drive for another laser, you got some marketing you need to do. But whatever. But yeah, I mean, he does make some good points in the video about the, when you're looking to buy something, keep your ears out and don't just, don't just take one person reviewing it as as the end all be all for it. So, as Harry saying, my progressive bifocals are more progressive than a Bernie Sanders rally. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, all right. And then, we got one more here.
Two more.
Two more, yeah. One more normal video and one
sure.
more for something different. So, this is Rots, I think is the name of the channel. Rots, Rotes 4.0.
Looks like roads.
I ran across this guy today. I've never heard of this guy before, but wow, he's got some. And I'm not all the way through this video because it was like an hour long. He's doing speed benchy stuff. Yeah, it's a real great looking benchy. I don't understand really the whole speed benchy thing. Like I get it. You're trying. It's like I guess it's how fast can you go through the G code is all it is. Like they're, I don't know because none of these speed benchies look good. None of the ones that these companies put out on their SD cards are like, oh, here's a 12-minute benchy. They all look like garbage too. They're not. I don't understand it, but this video has some really cool stuff.
Wow!
Like check out this bed. The bed moves in all the directions, and the head of the printer stays still.
It's just flinging the stuff.
Yeah, it's moving so fast. So it pumps out enough filament to do a benchy in less than a minute and a half.
Yeah,
but
but
it
it's
looks
not.
like it was done in less than a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I think it's pretty interesting though that it's if you look at the head design of what he's created there, it has 4 heads going into one place. So he's running 4 rolls of filament at the same time
Oh, that's what it. Okay,
and
that makes
pushing it
sense.
down into a like a 0.5 millimeter nozzle. And then he's using compressed air and like he's designed his own fan shroud thing there and all this other stuff. But in general though, I don't understand the whole speed benchy thing because you get garbage that looks like that. Like, all right,
Yeah,
how fast can you do a benchy that looks right?
good. Yeah, yeah.
Like that's what impresses me. That he's got 2 million on an acceleration doesn't impress me when you have an end product that looks like that. I don't know. I guess that's probably why I refuse to print one of those benchies out because I'm just like, this is stupid. But
I
yeah,
understand kind of getting the concept down and an idea, but still. Okay, so now you made it to here. Why not dress it up before going any further, or bring it
yeah,
to a speed where it looks good?
yeah. I mean that's what I want to know. I want to see. He's running. What I think he says in the video that he's running it at 1,500 millimeters a second. When and compared to like a bamboo machine where it's running 250 millimeters a minute or second or something like that. So it it's incredibly fast, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Oh, it's fast at making a pile of poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty
I,
neat
I
that it
wish
can
I was
do it.
that fast in the morning.
Yeah. But I mean, is it just to? Because I guess at that speed, you're not going to have one that looks good
No.
ever. I mean, well, maybe someday, but the I, I don't know. It's just how fast you can run through the G code.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. He has some cool stuff. Look, I mean, the work that's gone into creating this thing is pretty neat.
So now this is intriguing.
Yeah, the little bed being pulled
Yeah.
by 4 different motors. Yeah, I thought that's pretty neat. There's a lot going on.
But that leaves for a very small build area for such a, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I don't. I wonder what the glass in the middle is for. Like you've got the build plate there in the very center, but is it just to hold it down?
Keep it from flying too far
I guess I don't know.
because they're not printing on it.
Yeah, so it's interesting though, for sure. But I think it's pretty. I mean, I don't know. I think well, moving the bed around that fast, you're never. Yeah, that's the thing. Why Core XY prints so much nicer than a bed slinger typically. At that same speed, because you've got all the mass running banging around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of it staying still.
Now, when I first saw the printer, I'm looking at this head and it's like, okay, that's a lot of weight to be pushing. How is he doing it so fast? And then I realized the bed itself is moving.
Yeah,
But the print head is pretty kind of cool looking.
yeah, it's a pretty wild setup. Having 4 hot ends running 4 spools of filament
Simultaneously.
Yeah, so
Mm.
pretty crazy. Interesting for sure. But something to keep an eye on. He's got something that he's going to be releasing soon, but I didn't quite understand what he's. It's going to be open source. Some things were open source, but I don't know exactly what he was talking about. But,
Dude, I don't know why I just thought of it. Could you imagine trying to print a cylindrical object with TPU on that bed.
Just be whacking, wing-wonging around. Craziness. Oh, but anyhow, I thought that was interesting. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on. I subscribe to his channel because I want to see more of what he's up to and try to understand it. Tomorrow while I'm in the car for 9 more hours, I'll probably listen to a few more episodes. So it's pretty interesting though.
That's
good times. Oh, well, we talked about AI stuff earlier and like the AI thumbnails and generation stuff, and the Foo Fighters are going to be putting out a new a new album here pretty soon, and so they released this video the other day, and as you can tell, everything's totally normal. If you look closely at what everything is going on, there's some funny stuff going on here, but it's really funny because like they're talking about how authentic they are.
The fingers.
Yeah. So, and he pulls up the set list and stuff like that. Their new drummer. They have a new drummer now because I think their old drummer passed away, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, look at his hands. His hands got whacked out fingers. Pat's he's got 3 legs. But it's pretty funny because they're talking about how authentic everything is and how they're real and they're not fake and all this stuff, and everything. It's completely AI generated if you haven't figured it out by now. But it's pretty funny. That's why when he holds up the set list, everything is just gibberish, and that's like the first clue that it's everything's not what it seems. There you go. Honk is in there.
He's got extra fingers there too.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty funny.
Oh Lordy. Oh, he's got. Look at this one. Yeah, he had that. He did have an extra finger.
Yeah. Yep. So it's pretty funny when you watch it. The how authentic they are. And look, we have a new drummer, and the guy starts drumming like crazy. Evidently, this guy, the drummer's a really famous drummer guy, but I don't know him, who he is, but he's pretty cool. Then I was hoping they were going to take this YouTube drummer guy that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
heavy metal guy.
It's a big black beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but pretty cool. Good to see the Foo Fighters back in action. It's amazing how long they've been around. Like when Nirvana ended, when Kurt Cobain died, it was, and then Dave Grohl writes this whole album and performs it by himself and all that stuff before he even had a band together. Yeah, Taylor Hawkins. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Mr. Dave. That now almost 30 years later, they're still going at it. It's awesome. I mean, it's kind of sad because it kind of makes you wonder what would have happened to Nirvana if they would have still been around.
Yeah,
but it's pretty crazy. Good times. So, all right. Well, let me see here if I can get my mouse over here. We'll go back here, and I'm going to start trying to get it over. Oh shoot, I forgot there's an end thing here over this side. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, so that was it for this week. Anybody have any comments or anything about the about any of the videos that we've talked about this week?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch a couple of them.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. Yeah, when I what's Steve saying? My original Printar bot took 2 hours to make a benchy that looked about the same as those. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, well, he this guy can do it in less than a minute and a half, so that's pretty impressive. I don't know. I don't understand the whole speed benchy thing, but whatever.
No, I'm happy with the speeds of these guys now.
Yeah,
Especially
I don't mind the fast, but I want it to print good. That's
quality.
what more. Dave says, I think the dude in the Halloween video is a nerd. Well, we know that. I heard he sniffs glue. And that's why he likes the Vikings. Crazy. So, well, Mr. Paul, you got anything else for us this week, buddy?
I have nothing. No words of wisdom, no nothing. Be kind to each other, and that's all I can say.
That's about it, buddy. That's about it. What about you, Mr. Sean?
Be kind, be nice. Check out the show Wednesday mornings, 10 o'clock. Coffee with Klondike.
Yep.
Other than that, how about you?
Well, I'd like to say Saturday afternoons, turn on our buddy Jerry out there, 3D HP. Wednesday nights, turn on Mr. Dave Gatton's channel. And then on Sunday nights, turn on Steve and Dave over there and enjoy everybody's shows and all the good content. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe on all those channels. And it takes a lot of work to do this stuff, and so hitting the like button and stuff is free. So hit it for them. Let them know that you appreciate it.
I hope so.
And
especially when the mouse doesn't work.
Yeah, especially when the mouse doesn't work. You gotta.
You still slowly scooting it over there,
No, it's hovering over the outro now. So the outro is on one side of the screen, and actually in the broadcast is on the other side. So I've got to hit one and then hope that the mouse will go to the other side. And so if we come back here in about 10 seconds, I'm still working on trying to get the mouse to go over there. So, all right, party people. Well, hey, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching the show. Much appreciated. And Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll see you next week. So peace out, sauerkraut. It's off for another one.
And the mouse will...